That makes it all work.
Yeah, you're right. Fuck, you're right, dude. Here, you wanna follow me?
Sure.
So this is the dueling arena. Do you remember these from back in season 9?
Yeah, I remember these days.
Okay. Can you show me your utilities? Can you pull them up on your screen?
Yeah, I got him up. Hey, Drag, you're gonna bounce for now. Have a great night. Oh, all right, Ace. Take it easy, man. Thanks for the extra 10 pull-ups / biddies. Always a good time, man. Always welcome. All right.
So, can you talk me through some of the rationale behind taking your utilities?
No, can't talk about it at all. Don't know.
Why'd
The
you
last
take
3.
Why'd you take what you took?
Why'd I take what I took? I don't know. Somebody told me to take them, so I took them. What else? I mean, that's the life, right? That's the player life. You don't know what you're doing, and then you just take them.
The guide I gave you never said to take what you're taking.
Okay.
I
Well,
swear.
these are utilities somebody told me to take before the guide. Soupception.
Just ticks. Insupination, or I don't know that name. Right,
Insuption.
just ticks cog. So you want in the first tier chem resistant inlays. It's top left, second one from the top left.
Okay.
And then slip away is another good one to have. Reduces the cooldown of debilitate by 15 seconds. It makes your hard stun basically on like a 28-second cooldown. That's pretty insane. You have 2 hard stuns on a 28-second cooldown. That's OP.
Yeah. Cool.
So, I recommend just taking that kind of first 3 right there. Nanotech suit, chem resistant inlays, and slip away. Those are a good 3 to have.
These 3 right here?
Yeah, I think your stream's a little delayed, but I think so.
1, 2, and 5.
Yeah, 1, 2, 5.
Okay.
If you're in like solo ranked, and you know that like you're against a team that doesn't have a lot of AOE damage, you can like ditch 5 for something else, or ditch 1 for something else.
Okay.
And that can be like your preference utility.
Right.
But typically in solo ranked, I just play it safe and run with 1, 3, 1, 2, and 5.
Okay.
Okay. So those are the basics. Let's go for second tree here.
Okay.
What do you like taking? Up to me.
This countermeasure purging all movement impairing effects. When Sleep Dart wears off, the target is struck by a sedation, reducing all their damage dealt by 50%. I like that one. That one's the one I hate dealing with.
Yeah, that's a really good one to have.
Okay.
What else do you take?
That's a great question. Yeah, not much.
Okay. So, one of the must-haves that you need to have is number 4.
Number 4?
While Kolto Probe is active on yourself, your damage reduction.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So you always want to keep Kolto active on you then.
Exactly. Now you're thinking. So basically, if you keep Kolto up on you the whole time, not only are you healing yourself, basically 24/7 passively, you're just getting like 8k HPS or 8k heals, 8k ticks, but you're also 6k damage reduction, 6% damage reduction. It's pretty strong. And I'll show you. I take number 8, and I'll show you why, and then you can decide if you want to take it or not.
Okay.
So
When used from
we'll
stealth, backstab, and lethal strike, interrupt and knock down the target for 3 seconds. Player targets are immobilized for 3 seconds rather than being knocked down. So it's a 3-second stun. Backstab and
Not
lethal strike.
It's a 3-second stun in PvE. It's a 3-second fruit in PvP.
Okay.
When used from stealth. I'm gonna show you a trick. Game breaking. Don't tell anyone. Keep it a secret.
Yeah, I'll stream it.
Yeah. But I'll teach you a trick. After we're done with utilities here, so we'll circle back to that one, and I'll show you something.
Okay.
In heroic, what do you take?
Let's see. I talked about this one with Nvidia earlier. We take the evasion, the stim boost one is evasion imperative, revitalizers, and blow for blow.
Cool. That's pretty standard. I think most operatives take that. Those are the ones I usually take. Blow for blow is a good one, especially as you gain experience with operative. You're gonna learn what you can reflect, what you can't reflect. You're gonna be able to anticipate when people burst you and catch their burst on reflect. And as you probably notice, you can catch like 80k burst on reflect and fuck a person with like 80k of their own damage.
Yeah, I mean,
boost,
on Saber Ward, it's really nice.
Yeah. Stim boost.
So that's gonna be,
really
if that's
strong.
gonna be my Saber Ward. If I have that. I have Saber Ward as my shift 3. So I need to reshift, I need to put that as my shift 3. Okay, that's because that's just me in my head thinking. There is something here that does. Okay.
So you good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. So just keep looking at the tree here for a second. I'm gonna explain.
Okay,
a couple
let's
more
do
of them. Stim boost now additionally grants revitalizers, restoring 5% total health every 3 seconds, reducing damage received by 20 seconds for the duration. So this is a very interesting utility. This is the strongest utility in the tree, and I'll tell you why. In PvE, most PvEers don't take this utility, to my knowledge. Most PvEers look at Stim Boost and they say, hey, Stim Boost is a 10% alacrity buff. Damn, that's a nice offensive cooldown. It is exactly the opposite in PvP. When you take this utility, Revitalizers, Stim Boost becomes a defensive cooldown. And I'll say that again because this is very important. Stim Boost is a defensive cooldown. Use it when there are people on you.
What's up, Primo? What's up,
not
Bonnie
when you're
Fiasco?
looking for
We're
a
listening.
damage boost, a DPS boost. I have to train a lot of operatives. I tell a lot of operatives this, and it completely goes against like their initial thoughts and their initial perception about Stim Boost. Stim Boost is a defensive cooldown. Is it defensive?
So I don't use that offensively anymore. I use it as a defense.
Yes. And just look at it. 20% damage reduction for the duration. How long is the duration? 15 seconds.
Okay,
Oh, wait,
that's pretty big.
That is.
Yeah, so that's like a Saber Ward then.
Yeah.
Weak Saber Ward, but yeah.
So think about it. So think about it here for a sec, Carl. In the first tree, you have 5% damage reduction from chem-resistant inmates. In the second tree, you have 6% damage reduction if you keep your probes up. And now, on top of that, from Stim Boost, you have an additional 20% damage reduction. You can really stack up the DR with Stim Boost here.
Yeah. Okay.
And then on top
So I don't
of
want to
that,
have that.
Stim Boost
I want to have
Sorry,
Stim
go
Boost heal me.
Well, on top of that, if you look at the tree, Stim Boost restores 5% of your total health, but it's also an alacrity boost. So on top of the 5% of your total health is going to make your HOTS tick faster as well. So not only is it giving you 20% DR, but it's going to make your HOTS tick faster and heal you a tiny bit. So it's just an all-around great defensive utility. This is by far your strongest defensive ability as an operative. Besides roll, of course, but we'll get into roll. And then evasive imperative reduces the cooldown on evasion. Pretty straightforward.
Okay.
So I'm gonna show you a little something here.
All right. Show me. Show me a move.
So I'm gonna show you why Jarring Strike, that utility that I said we're gonna circle back on, is a good utility to have. So when used from stealth, backstab looks like this. And it roots you, right? Try to move. Well, now you can move because the root wore off, but it rooted you.
Yeah,
when
I saw the debuff.
When used not from stealth, backstab looks like this. Right? Pretty straightforward. You've seen this before.
Okay.
But when used with the tactical, not from stealth, backstab looks like this. And now try to move.
I can't move.
You can't.
I got rooted.
Yeah. You got rooted. So the utility says that the root only happens when you're in stealth. That's a lie. The utility is wrong. The root happens also when you're not in stealth. So,
and that's with the Volatile Strike utility?
Yeah, this is with the Volatile Strike utility. So let's look at the Volatile Strike utility. What does it say?
Wild Strike automatically critically hits targets affected by your unexploded volatile substance and triggers it immediately, dealing damage that was caused by your next backstab to critically hit. So because backstab crit, it's rooting you?
Yeah, it doesn't say so in the tooltip, but yes. Whenever you trigger backstab through Volatile Strike, it will basically critically hit as if you did it from stealth. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So because of that, your combo is always going to look like this. This is your burst window here. Volatile, strike, backstab. And did you see how hard it hit you? It hit you for about 30k or 30% of your health.
Yeah, it hurt.
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts. Go ahead and heal up so I don't kill you in the next one.
Right? Just being sneaky, man.
So sneaky, dude.
Dude, I'm super sneaky. You can't even see where I'm at. Don't tell him to look at. Shit, he flagged me.
So
okay,
try
so
try the.
Sorry,
do you have any questions?
Yeah, I need you to repeat it. So, operative, big burst. Okay, so it's gonna be. What was the 3 hits again?
Volatile substance, veiled strike, and then backstab.
Okay. So I gotta see, because I'm still figuring out where I want to put all of my abilities. I'm very fluid with my key bindings.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's as you do regs and as you just play operative more, you'll learn your key bindings. No.
Yeah.
For now, you're probably staring at your bar, trying to see where your
Yeah,
are.
I definitely am. I don't like it, but you know. Where is debilitate on all this?
So debilitate is your hard stuff. Here's the thing about debilitate. So they don't have charges on. I guess they do have charges on Jug, but it doesn't work exactly the same way. So I'm gonna teach you how charges work because you have 2 charges. In 6.0, they implemented this charges kind of thing. They gave abilities they just gave abilities too. So you have 2 charges on 2 different abilities. The first is roll. 2 rolls. And if you come out of stealth, the second is hard stun. 1 hard stun, 2 hard stuns. So those are 2 charges. The way these charges work is that they run on different timers.
Yes.
They run on different timers unless you use both.
Yeah, unless you use them back, they're gonna be on their own GCD or their own cooldown, right?
Yep.
So it's gonna be if I use one and then use another one 5 seconds later, the second one will be up 5 seconds after the first one. Yeah. That's pretty standard with.
Yeah, it's pretty standard. So the thing is though, everyone says, oh, operatives have 2 hard stuns on a 25-second cooldown. That's not true. That's just not true. You have 2 hard stuns, but if you use both, they're on a 50-second cooldown.
Okay. Yeah.
So
you have to spread them out.
You have to spread them out. I like to use my first hard stun offensively. Stick a person that's trying to run, and keep the second one in my back pocket in case I need to use it defensively. Or if I'm trying to do massive burst, I pair everything together, and I use my tactical overdrive as well. So look at how much burst I can do in this window. Are you watching?
Yeah, I'm watching.
Are some of you here?
Second hard stun, so you're pretty much out. Right, because I saw you use the root.
And there's the death. So if you want to go extremely offensive, you have the potential. I have literally in duels against good duelists, I have brought them down 80-0 with a double hard stun window with tactical. You have the potential to straight single take someone out yourself, but it's gonna use every CD in your.
It's gonna use a lot of your big cooldowns. Offensive.
It's gonna use everything. It's gonna use everything. So I don't recommend it. Okay. So let's talk about tactical overdrive.
Okay.
Let's read this tooltip here. Resets the cooldown of Stim Boost, Volatile Substance, and Backstab. Or does it? No, not Backstab. Sorry, they changed that.
No, it's Stim Boost, Recuperative Nanotechs. Yeah. Volatile Substance, Lethal Strike, and Seal. Yep.
Yeah, Lethal Strike is in the healing tree as well. So really, the only thing it resets is Stim Boost, Volatile Substance, and Shield Probe. Shield Probe is garbage. You never have to pay attention to the Shield Probe. Just pop Shield Probe when you get attacked and it absorbs 10k damage. That's a tickle. It absorbs a tickle.
A tickle.
We're not going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it. It's irrelevant. But here's the big thing. Resets the cooldown of Stim Boost. So we talked about this. Stim Boost is your biggest
Stim Boost is
ability.
pretty big defensive.
And resets the cooldown on a volatile substance. So, I told you the rotation of your burst is volatile, veiled, and then backstab.
Right.
Veiled strike is already on I think it's a 3-second CD.
5.6
CD. Yeah, Veiled strike is already on a very, very short CD, so you never have to worry about that. Volatile is on a 16-second CD, so it is nice that it resets that. What this really does is it resets your burst.
Right. Absolutely. That's what I see.
You won't have the backstab, but you're gonna have the second volatile and veiled strike window.
Right, and that's what you used to get me pretty much to 7% and then dead.
Exactly.
One GCD after that.
I did one whole combo and half of another combo.
Right.
What else did I want to talk about? So,
hold on, pause. We gotta pause. We got Sith Lord Brit coming in huge with the sub. 18 months. Damn, girl, that's a year and a half. Ride. And I'm very also scary. I'm very scary. Thanks guys for the shout out to Lord Brit. Prom, I gotta do 5 more pull-ups, bro. I'll be right back. You know, gotta get that swole like going.
Yeah, go get swole.
It's the only thing I do, man. Belly's really fat. Alright, let's go ahead. Let's get this going. Hi, Sid Lord Brit. Hope you're having a wonderful day. These 5 pull-ups. These are a thank you to Sid Lord Brit for the sub. I feel like you guys are all saving your subs for pull-up days. Looking a little sus. Looks a little sus, man. Rotate. Can you guys see? Or is the chair in the way? I think the chair is just in the way of me seeing. The chair's in the way of me. Alright, we got 5 pull-ups for Brett. 1, 4, 5. Yeah, baby. Ooh, yeah. Up for the Christmas decoration. Says Lord Brett. Alright, so we're just doing some. I do have a Grogu shirt. I got a Grogu shirt. I got a Grogu 8-bit. And then I got my Grogu guy right here. I'm Grogu'd out.
How warm is it?
Good.
Where you live?
I think I like Grogu. You guys are awesome for sending me this stuff. Shout out to TMG and Sith Lord Brit. I actually got the shirt over at Micro Center. Adore it.
I'm jealous, dude. You're out in a sweatshirt, just a t-shirt, shorts, and like flip-flops. I'm so jealous.
Why? Is it cold out where you're at?
It's hella cold, dude.
Feels bad, dude. It's warming up though, man. It's summer. All right. So should I try this rotation on you?
Here. Want to see this cool bug? I learned this today or yesterday. Someone showed me this. Here's the prepare your ears, cock.
All right, we'll do it. Got all the smoke going up? Are you just using the flare?
Yeah. That's pretty cool. You can like glitch it so that it just keeps going off. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Let's keep going. I don't know. I thought it was.
All right. Well, we need to pause and I need to do some deeps. I need to practice this.
Okay. Let's see this.
All right. Let's see.
Nice.
I think I messed it up.
Nice.
Oh, I did. I know what I did wrong. I see what I did wrong. I didn't use my stim boost. That's where I messed up. I didn't use my stim boost.
So that right there is the PvP, is the PvE combo right there. Or
Okay,
close
yeah.
enough to the PvE combo.
Yeah, I gotta add stim boost in there because that wasn't.
That
wasn't,
right there, Cog. That right there is maximum burst.
Maximum burst, maximum vulnerability though, right?
Maximum vulnerability because you're using a bunch of defensive cooldowns offensive, like stim boost,
stim boost and tactical overdrive.
Yeah, tactical overdrive is a complicated one. If you find that you get like tunneled a lot, I would probably use tactical overdrive defensively to reset your stim boost. But if you find that you're free casting a lot, you can use tactical overdrive offensively. It's not so clear cut. It's not so
Right.
clear
It's
cut.
yeah. I mean, it's a bit like I want to say reflect, but not entirely. It's a hard. There's a hard comparison because there's not a cooldown like that on the Jugs have.
Yeah.
You know?
So let's talk. Let's talk. It's not. I don't think it's very comparable to Jug because Jug, the defenses are pretty clear cut. Saber War is defensive. Reflect is defensive-ish.
I use reflect offensively.
Yeah. It can. I guess it's kind of like reflect. You can use it both ways. So let's talk about operative reflect. So operative reflect is the strongest reflect in the game. It's 200% reflect. So if you catch first, you are going to kill someone. It's not like assassin reflect where like, oh no, I'm hitting into reflect, and then you keep on hitting into it. If someone hits into your reflect, they're gonna hurt or global themselves.
Okay.
So let's talk about what you can reflect here. Go ahead and do damage to me.
Okay. I'm gonna reflect everything and it's gonna kill me. Ow. Ow.
Stop right there. 50%. Reflect took the basically all the damage you put on me was counteracted times 2 on you and took you to 50%. Did you see that? So
yeah.
Here's the thing about reflect. If you're not taking reflect, what does evasion do?
Dodge for 300 or for 200%.
Yep. So here's the thing about evasion. Evasion is a defensive defensive cooldown. It is already a defensive cooldown. Reflect is put on top of that. So evasion will always act first. Reflect acts second. What do I mean by that? So
that means that you're going to be taking I would dodge more damage than I would reflect. But if I do take damage, the damage that I do reflect is going to be 200% of what I took.
Close. That means that you're going to first dodge any abilities that you can dodge. And if you don't dodge them, then you reflect them.
That's what I said.
Okay, I misunderstood it. I misunderstood you. So
it's alright. I don't speak operative.
So, but yes, you're right. So, if I'm against a sniper, I dodge practically every single ability the sniper has. I don't reflect anything. Engineering is a little different. Engineering has a lot of yellow damage attacks, but evasion dodges all white damage. So, Carnage Marauders, you cannot reflect. You played Carnage, so you know this, with the exception of Devastating Blast.
Okay.
Right? Juggernauts. I'm gonna dodge Saber Throw and Impale. Or I think Impale's the white damage, right?
Yeah, Impale's white damage. So if it's white damage, you're gonna be able to evade,
dodge,
Saber Throw,
I'm gonna
Impale, Ravage, and Hue. Those are gonna be the Hue. Those are gonna be the white one.
But let's say you force scream me, for example. Your force scream will get reflected, and the dot will be put on me.
Right. Okay.
Now I can use evasion to wipe that dot after you force scream me, but then I'm not going to reflect the force scream in the first place.
So yeah, that's kind of the big upside of a Vengeance Juggernaut, because you don't do all the burst damage up front. Most of your damage is going to be behind with dots. So since you're hitting people with dots, even with an operative reflect, it's not going to really hurt a Vengeance Juggernaut too much compared to other people, because it's not going to be reflecting all that burst that they have, because they don't have burst. Everything back end with dots.
Yep. So, someone in your stream said it actually doesn't evade all white damage. And they're right about this. So let's talk about what white damage it doesn't evade. And this gets very complicated, so you might want to write this down. This is like the nits and grits of Operative here. AOE always goes through evasion. AOE abilities always go through evasion. Now, I think it was 3.0, maybe 4.0, I'm forgetting exactly, where they classified or they reclassified some abilities as AOE and declassified other abilities as AOE. It gets a little complicated, but for example, sweeping slash.
Right, we'll go straight through it.
We'll go straight through it. Same, it also goes through reflect. Don't reflect AOE abilities. So, if someone AOEs you, it's gonna go through it. So be on the lookout for that. Also, if you get hard stun with evasion up, loses all chances of dodging. That's with every ability in the game that has a defense chance. So if you get hard stun with Saber Ward up, you know this, you lose all chances of dodging or deflecting white damage. The same is with evasion. If you get hard stun with evasion up, you no longer have any chance to dodge an ability, but you can still reflect abilities when you get hard stun. So some things that you can do if you know you're gonna get hard stun is evasion. Right. Because when people see you evasion, they're either going to hit through it and reflect themselves, or they might wait for the evasion to go off. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's
they won't evade, but you'll still reflect.
Yes. So reflect is a very complicated ability, and it's going to come with experience. You're going to learn when you need to use evasion defensively, when you need to use evasion offensively, and look to reflect someone. Generally, if you're high on health, you can afford to use reflect offensively. If you're low on health, you might think of using evasion defensively for the dodging purposes, because you're still going to take the damage through evasion.
I feel like I messed that up.
Backstab? Nice. There you go. It's good. It's good enough. You're not gonna be doing that rotation a lot.
No, I'm just gonna be doing the first half, right? I'm just gonna be using.
Yes.
I mean, not even that, because I'm not gonna be using my stim boost as an opener for the most part, right? That's only gonna be like if I want to be. Yeah. If we have all the burst in the world to go for it. So let me try. So what I want to try, what I actually need to do.
Do you know? Yeah. Do you know the regular rotation?
I do not.
Here, let me do it on you real quick, and I'll show you. So, like you said, don't use the stim boost offensively. Don't use your tactical overdrives in the first go. Instead, what you're gonna do is fill the times when your volatile is down with lacerate. So let's see how this looks. I'm still gonna open with volatile substance and go into veiled strike and backstab. But after, I'm gonna just lacerate. And when I no longer have any TAs are, you need one TA for one lacerate. It's called tactical advantage. You get tactical advantages from veiled strike. So when I no longer have any TAs, I just veiled strike and lacerate again.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah. It's a buff that I get, so.
Yeah.
I heal up.
So you.
And I.
So
yeah.
You get tactical advantages from, and there are a couple other ways you can get them as well. So for example, Stim Boost gives you a tactical advantage. Never use Stim Boost for the tactical advantage.
Right,
it's
that's
dumb to
it's
use Stim
too
boost
big of
defense.
a okay.
Yeah. The primary way that you're gonna get tactical advantages, and this is kind of this is like your rage on a juggernaut. It's what you need to do your rotation. The primary way that you're gonna get tactical advantages is through Veiled Strike. So now, lacerate, 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 attack, Veiled Strike, lacerate. Nice. Exactly. And it's something
Okay.
like that. Now, I'm gonna stop talking about it as a rotation and more of a priority.
Okay. Yeah,
Because
I mean,
in
I'm much better with
PvP
priorities than rotation because Vengeance is all
and I
about
think
priority.
a lot of people are. And I think a lot of people are. So we're really gonna start getting into the nuts and bolts here of PvP. So, any viewers that want to learn more about Operative and PvP can really listen to this, because we're gonna start talking about how Operative in PvP is distinguished from Operative in PvP. So come out of South.
Okay.
Let's talk about priorities. What do you think the priorities are?
Big burst.
Big burst. How do you do big burst? Volatile.
Volatile, veiled strike, right?
And Veiled Strike and backstab. Always
Right.
end with your backstab. Your backstab is your biggest burst, so you want to land your backstab. It's critical that you land your backstab. Backstab is your biggest burst.
Okay.
So that right there is your priority. 3 abilities. Nice and simple. That right there is your priority. Now, if you want to do more damage, you can throw in some lacerates, throw in some veiled strikes. But every time that your volatile comes off CD, you should put it on the target, activate it with veiled strike, and backstab.
Right.
It's a priority.
So those 3
So
abilities
to
are going to
max-
be your big thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I'm
so
just
I don't really care. I don't really care what I do as an operative when volatile substance is on CD. But when it comes off CD, I need to be using it.
right. Yeah. So you're doing whatever you're stalling for volatile. That's something I really noticed, is that operatives will stall, they'll run, they'll probe.
Yes.
They're using their fillers,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
They're using their
Yes,
fillers,
yes.
and they're healing. They're healing, and then once volatile substance is back off of cooldown, they re-engage and do
Yes.
that, because that's where all their
Yes. Yes.
that's where all their burst hurts, right? What's up,
I'm
Ras Rax?
really- I'm
Can we get a
really-
shout out? Sorry, hold on. Ras Rax, digging the Yoda, man. Gabe Rax. All right.
I'm really glad that you're getting this, because this is really, really important. A lot of operatives just run around. They're like headless chickens running around, probing themselves, just roll in. Don't do that. Do not do that. You can
Right.
do that when your volatile is off CD. But when your
Right.
volatile is up, you need to have volatile up, and you need to be doing your damage.
Because
Otherwise
usually
you're
when
doing more
volatile's
damage.
back, yeah. So volatile is going to be the one that. So your backstab is on a shorter cooldown, and your veiled strike's on a shorter cooldown than your volatile. So everything's going to revolve
Yeah.
around that volatile going off.
Everything's gonna revolve around that volatile. Exactly. But really make sure that you're getting that volatile off. So operatives that just run around with like headless chickens, they just roll and they roll and they roll some more. And you've all seen them in regs. And they're really annoying. They just keep rolling. But here's the thing, they're not actually doing anything. Roll requires a GCD, which means when you roll, you're only rolling. You're not doing damage.
Right.
So it's okay to roll, to probe yourself, to hot, when your volatile is on CD, or when your volatile is on cooldown. But when it's off cooldown, you need to be using that, or otherwise you're not doing damage.
Right. So the big thing I got to work on is finding out the right fillers, right? The right fillers are going to be the probes. They're going to be evasion if I need to, if somebody's on me. Probing my allies if I need to. That's complicated. That's going to be...
Exactly. Now you're getting...
You're going to be playing... You're playing
hard
support,
part.
essentially, until... Alright, let's... You're playing support for either yourself or your teammates for that. Okay.
So now we're getting into some really complicated stuff. So I'm really glad that you got this first part. So let's talk about fillers. Roll is a great filler. What does roll do? And this is a really simple question. You know what roll does. It resists everything. Literally everything in the game. But it's on a pretty, I don't know, pretty short cooldown. I like, you know, when you start playing Operative, you think of it as a long cooldown.
Yeah.
And I know it's not that long of a cooldown. It's a 6-second cooldown. But this is your biggest defensive ability. But remember, if you're just rolling all the time, you're losing out on damage and you're losing out on healing. So So go ahead and do your combo on.
I've got to come from stealth, right? So we're gonna go. Oh no, my combo!
So did you see
No,
how
the
I
reflex.
Did you see? The important
Yeah,
thing is
you rolled right out of it.
I rolled the burst. I rolled the burst, and that's a pretty important concept. So
Right.
being able to anticipate damage is really important on Operative. You don't have get out of jail free card. I mean, your stealth is your get out of jail free card, but that's on a 2-minute cooldown. That is your longest CD. So ideally, good operatives roll the burst. They anticipate the burst and then roll it. You should do the same with the hard stun. If I anticipate the hard stun, I'm gonna roll the hard stun. This is the bread and butter of solo rank. This is why people don't go good operatives in solo rank. Because they're gonna start rolling damage, they're gonna start rolling hard stuns, they're gonna start rolling mezzes. This is what you need to be focusing on.
That's insane, dude. Okay. I mean, that's a lot. I mean, I can see it. It's got a high skill cap, right?
Exactly. Operative, in my opinion, the highest skill cap class in the game because of roll. You can do a lot with roll, but you can also do very little with roll. If you're not using roll the right way, you're going to do no damage, you're going to contribute nothing to your team. But if you're using roll the right way, you're going to roll all the damage on the other team and use it as a gap closer and all that great stuff.
Okay.
So, anything else I need to say?
We covered a lot.
Yeah. One last thing. We did cover a lot. This is the last thing I'm going to show you. Come out of stealth. So, Operative, as you know, has a lot of roots, right? If you spec into the root in the first tree, I said that you don't always need to take Nanosuit. One of the things I don't take when I don't take Nanosuit, the AOE DR, is Sever Tendon root. So that's one of your roots. You got your second root on your backstab if you do your combo. But here's the third root, and the most important root, is the no turn. People call it the no turn. This root is a special root in the game. There's nothing else like this root in the game. Because you cannot turn your character, right? I'm turning my character. You cannot turn your character when you're rooted with no turn. Usually roots just keep you in place. This root prevents you from turning your character. So I like to teach people, when I teach people how to play Operative, that the no turn is actually a hard stun. Why do I say this?
I mean, essentially because they can't. If you're behind them, they can't do anything about it.
If you root, if you root and go behind,
they like,
they have nothing to do. Yeah. So I sent you a guide from Keenan. I recommend you look at the section on roots in that guide. It actually has a great diagram of where you need to stand in order for them not to hit you. So for example, if I root you and stand here, you can still hit me. Try to hit me. Exactly. But if I root you and stand in the radius is actually very, very small. And there's a lot of desync in the game, so it's very hard to get it off correctly. So you need to stand right behind them. A lot of operatives, when they no root, just dance in front of the target. For example, they do this. And they just, they just do this, and this is pointless. Why root them in the first place? Always go behind your target when you root them. Always go behind your target when you no-turn them.
That's insane, dude. That's a lot of burst they got, and it's so like quickly reset.
Yeah, everything is on a very short cooldown. The one thing I'm gonna warn you about, Cog. Operatives don't have a get out of jail free card. If you're hard stunned, you can't use ED when you're hard stunned. You can't use reflect when you're hard stunned. All you got is your breaker. Your breaker is on a 2-minute cooldown. So if you're hard stunned and you don't have a breaker, you're dead.
Right.
So I'm gonna warn you here. You're gonna get hard stunned a lot and die until you learn how to start rolling hard stuns and catching burst. What do I mean by catching burst? Catching it with reflect. Catching your burst with stim boost. All of these abilities can catch burst and prevent people from bursting you while in a hard stun. The only time you will die as an operative is in a hard stun. Or with net, of course. But that's obvious. Net.
I hate net so much.
On operatives. Yeah, everyone hates net so much. Let's do a duel. Let's see what you got.
Oh God. All right.
You're dueling the best operative in the best operative duelist in the game, so no pressure.
Yeah. Okay. I mean. I think I messed up. I still have my stim boost on a cooldown.
Nice reflect. So do you see how I rolled? Oh, good.
You rolled it, yeah.
Rolled my backstab. Sorry, it's done.
I fucked that up. No! Oh, I'm so dead now.
You just broke. Okay, nice mez.
I thought that was my foot. I thought that would heal me for more. I lost my duel versus from. Too much pressure, man. Too much pressure.
So one of the things that I noticed, and this is operative 101 here. Keep your probes up.
Right.
You're gonna hear me say this a lot. And in a second here, we're gonna go into regs, and I'm gonna give you shit while you play operative in regs.
Yeah.
But keep your probes up. What do I mean by this?
So, yeah, I mean, I know what I want to do. Instead of trying to keep my probes up or relying on it, I'm gonna turn on start parse, and I'm just gonna parse, and then I'm gonna set it up so that I have a audio cue every time I need to probe myself.
Yeah, that can work. I know a lot of operatives, or I knew a lot of operatives that did that way. I used to do it that way myself. Basically, it takes 2 GCDs to put your probes up. It takes 1 GCD to keep it up. You know? Why use 2 when you can use 1? You just need to have good timing. And this is the bread and butter of healing, by the way. If you ever get into healing on an operative, healing is all about keeping your probes up on 4 to 8 different people. It can get very difficult. Let's group up and go into regs here. We're gonna get sniped 100%, but you know.
That's all good, right?
Fun. Hopefully we get a quick pop before any of those dirty viewers of yours snipe us. So let's do another duel.
Okay, hold on. I'm still trying to set this up. Alright, let's see if this will work. Alright. Alright, you ready? I'm ready now.
I'm ready.
I like how you're taking it easy by staying out of stealth. I appreciate that.
I mean, I could hit you since we're in group. I see you.
Oh. Well,
Screw
never
you.
mind then.
Screw you. So you just double rolled. Pay attention to
Did I? Oh, I didn't even realize I double rolled.
You didn't double roll, but you rolled in such a short period that I knew you had no roll left.
Ah.
You see how I keep you rooted?
Yeah, I hate it. I mean, it doesn't really matter. We're in group, so you know where I'm at. Cheater.
You can stab me. You should be fast on that stab, Cog. The second you go into stealth, I'm out of combat and you can stab me.
Okay.
Nice. Nice. Backstab. Nice. Now you can get your probe, keep your probe, keep your probe. Nice.
No! Well, I was never even close to killing you, but I appreciate the lulz.
Oh, dude, it's a good starting place. It's a good starting place.
Yes, alright, cool, dude. Let's do it, man. Appreciate you coming out and showing me all this stuff, dude. It's crazy. That's a lot of info.
Yeah, and now you have it on stream, so you can just rewatch it whenever you need.
Yeah, I'll probably try to upload all that stuff to YouTube. I'll cut it off before we duel.
Volatile, nice. Do you see how I rolled your backstab right there?
Yeah.
I anticipated the backstab. So let's stop here for a second. You see how I keep you rooted?
Yes.
Roots are the bane to an operative's existence.
Okay.
So a lot of people think, oh, you know, you just have to keep hard stunning the operative. That's one way that you can, you know, counteract an operative. Here, we'll take the Papa here in a second. That's one way that you can counteract the operative, but hard stuns still result. So another thing that you can do is just root lock the operative. or root lock an operative. If you keep an operative rooted, it can't move.
Right.
So you can start cleansing the roots off you. So you take countermeasures purge, right? You can use countermeasures purge to cleanse a root. So if I root you, use countermeasures. There you go. You can also use cleanse, which is what you
I
use.
used to cleanse. I gotta, let's see, which one? Take the pop. You gotta find the countermeasure one.
So there are a couple different root cleanses in the game. There's that operatives have. You actually have a fair amount. You have cleanse. This cleanses flashbangs as well. So you know, you can cleanse an enemy's flashbang if you ever see it. There's a couple other things that you can cleanse as well. I'll send a guide to you that has every ability in the game that you can cleanse. So read up on that. You can use countermeasures since you're taking the utility. And you can use evasion actually to cleanse a root as well. I don't recommend using evasion to cleanse roots. Evasion has a lot of purposes, and cleansing roots is a pretty it's just not worth it.
Okay. See what we can do here. Let's see what damage we can do.
I know you want to do objectives in this. Promise me you won't do objectives.
I promise nothing. You son of a bitch. I'm in a PvP match. This means I need to win. I'll do my best, man. I will do my best.
I'm gonna put you on focus targets so I can see everything that you're doing, and I'm gonna stay next to you as well, help you fight. So always start in stealth.
Yeah, but I need to get my probes up. All right, I'm gonna go for this dude. Damn it! I need a root.
I heard them already. He broke. So if we follow root because he immersion can't. I got knockback. Rolling back in, and there's barrier. Nice. Keep your probes up, Cog. Keep your probes up. So this is gonna be a long fight here.
Man, I just wanted this guy to die. Why couldn't he just die easily?
I'll flash Sheila for you. I'll Hearthstone for you, Cog.
Yeah, I got him, Hearthstone.
Don't let your probes fall. There's a Sork on you, so you're gonna need to keep those probes up. Nice.
Yes.
This damage. Jesus Christ. Shit, Cog.
Right. On another Sork with bubble stun.
So this is a pre-made, and I kind of want to beat the pre-made, so I'm gonna run objectives, but stay at mid.
Well, I want to kill this dude with the ball, because he's got the ball.
Yeah, but his pre-made is up, so they're gonna pass it to him. Get to mid. Get to mid. You're gonna.
I can kill this guy. Oh, I can't.
Your job is to fight. Your job is to get the experience.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'll win us the game.
You'll win us the game. As long as so what we're doing is we're flipping the script on each other. All right, I got you.
Just scored. I'll score again here in a second.
My big thing is keeping my probes up, right?
Oh.
Okay.
Hey. Dude, this is so funny that I'm playing on Satil. I see so many old friends.
I like how you put it. Old friends. So I got a question for you. If I don't have Debilitate up, but or Volatile Substance up, right? If I don't have Volatile Substance, but I have Veiled Strike and Backstab up, I don't want to use those, correct? I want to wait for Volatile Substance to come.
Yes. You can actually use Veiled Strike.
What's gonna be my Shit.
Oh, Cog, you just went in there and you're just...
Oh, dude, no, I went through the fire. So if I'm waiting for Veiled Strike to come up or Volatile Substance to come up, what are gonna be my fillers on a new target? Or do I just try to heal my allies?
Lacerate. Lacerate.
Lacerate? It's just gonna be Lacerate?
Yeah. Don't save Veiled Strike. Don't save Veiled Strike. It's on a 5-second CD. It's pretty short. Here, I'm gonna score again. Keep fighting.
Oh, I almost had him. Oh, he was so close.
How am I so slow?
I don't know.
So I think that's a good enough lead. I'll come help you out. Oh, don't go in there, Cog. Probes. Keep the probes. Go up here.
I'm probing.
On the roof. Nice. I'll follow flash for you.
I already threw a flash for me.
I'll follow.
Okay, I appreciate it. Hey, they already scored too. I should have deflected. Alright, I still need to use Overlord. Number farming a man of your talents? I don't know what do you want me to say, man.
It's required. It's required. Sometimes you just need to learn how to do the DPS. PvP is, after all, a damage game. Look him up, Cog. Look him up.
Oh, we're doing it. We got him. Here, I'm gonna get you a flashbang on that merc.
Hey,
Boom,
Cog,
baby!
Toss
I don't got it.
Probes on me.
Oh. I should have rolled
It's
that.
okay, I'll score.
I got a probe on you. Alright. What am I going for? Guess I'm going for ball carrier.
That's bad. Why am I so slow?
I went nowhere.
Nah,
Reset,
Joe.
reset, go.
That was a good card. God, I'm so slow.
So I can like probe, roll, probe kind of deal, be a decent like combo.
If you keep probes up, you don't need to probe twice, but
Yeah, but it's pretty hard for me to keep probes up.
you don't have to keep probes up the whole time. But the second that someone starts going on you, like right now, for example, you need to get probes up.
I mean, I had probes on me.
Yeah, you had probes up. You had probes up.
It just feels like they focused me as soon as they saw me.
Yeah. So, here's the little guide that I give people. If there are 3 people on you, but 1 person on you, you might win the 1v1 if you're experienced. 2 people on you, I really recommend you start rolling. 3 to 4 people on you, pop Stim boost.
Okay. Oh, that was embarrassing.
So get probes up, Cog. They're gonna go hit you here.
Trying to get on the guy that you're on. I only got 3 kills, dude. I suck. I only got 1 killing blow. But hey, it was better. It's getting there. It's getting there. I see a little bit more. I'm hooked. Let's do it again.
Let's do it again. So I think this is gonna be my last. It's getting a little late, and I gotta work and school tomorrow. So
Okay, dude. Well, I appreciate you coming out and hanging,
yeah,
talking, chit-chatting.
You're getting a lot better. You're getting really good. You've mastered the basics, and you're on the way to the intermediates and.
Listen, man,
advanced.
I'm just shooting for a silver on this operative for next season. That's the only thing I'm going for.
Cog.
No.
If you're shooting for silver, then Satil is the right place. But if you're shooting to learn and to become good, I really recommend you go to Starforge.
We'll see how it goes, man.
This isn't a dig on Satil or anything. It's just the competition's better. There are more players, you know.
I mean, it's just more players. That's the only thing. I mean, the competition's pretty strong over here.
The players on Starforge are
from what I've seen last season, because I did play last season, there is definitely a higher skill cap of players, but there's also a much lower skill cap of players, so like it evens out. There were really fun games on Starforge, but they were one in every like 7 or 8 games. They didn't happen all the time.
So Starforge is an RP server. So occasionally you'll get those RPers that Q ranked by mistake or intentionally, and you know, they are definitely not ready. But there are enough players on Starforge these days where there's actually like a bracket, a low-rated bracket and high-rated bracket. And the low-rated bracket, of course, you'll get those RPers. But the high-rated bracket, you'll have good games with higher, or good-ish games with higher players. So did you see right there how I rooted you so that you couldn't roll my flashbang, and then I flashbanged you?
Okay, how did you? So which one's the route that you're doing? Because I don't. The roots are
It's
kind of
the
where
no
I'm
turn.
feeling weak at.
It's the no turn. It's crippling slice.
Crippling slice.
I'll show you here. Yeah, I'll show you here when your white bar comes down. It's just that like really quick knife, sick. You know, like it just
Yeah.
It's a double cut. I just think
I
it's the
just don't
double
have
cut.
it. I don't have it on my. Let's see. I don't have it on my quick bars. Don't think. Okay, and this is the no turn one. So this is. Can't see me now.
Yep.
And then I just do this.
Can't hit you. Yep. And that's another root right there. You just rooted me again with your backstab. And if you do this, you're gonna start rooting like, just gonna start root blocking people where they can't move. It's it's an operative's greatest disadvantage are the roots. The class has this many roots.
Ah.
See how I rolled that backstab?
Yeah.
So now kite out. Wait for your volatile. Nice. See how I root you and just get off these cheeky little heals?
Yeah.
That's the root. That's the root.
I don't think about it quick enough. Damn it. Ah, shit. Ah. Too late. Too slow on the flashbang. Yeah, the cleanse of the roots is something I need to remember. Because as soon as you said it, I have it keybound. Which one's faster?
It's something that you just gotta keep practicing, and it'll come with practice. You'll start getting
Right.
faster with the root cleanses.
So the toxic can is, yeah, okay. So countermeasures, okay. So would you rather interrupt or do the cleanse with toxic scan or with countermeasures?
That's a great question. What do you think?
I mean, I like toxic scan because it's on an 11-second cooldown.
Let me ask you this. Are you familiar with on the GCD and off the GCD abilities?
Yes.
So, for example,
So
retaliate
countermeasures
as
is
a
off
jug.
the GCD. Okay.
Yeah. So, when you spec into jug tank, retaliate is off the GCD.
Correct. Well, I mean, just like your stim, your med pack, and your adrenal are both. Hey, we're not queued up, by the way.
Oh shit, my bad.
Yeah. I mean,
exactly.
like
your stim, your med pack, your adrenal, even this is very important. Your evasion is off the GCD as well.
Okay.
So operative has a lot of off the GCD abilities. Toxic scan, your cleanse is not one of them. It is on the GCD. So if you really need to get out of a root fast, for example, if people swap onto you and they root you, like for example, if a marauder jumps you, the marauder jump roots.
Right.
Most marauders follow up their roots. They'll use obliterate, which is their close leap, and force jump, which is their far leap, to root you, and then they're gonna get that damage off while you're rooting. So what I do really fast is when and this is like really advanced operative gameplay. But what I do really fast is when I get rooted, I use countermeasures, which is off the GCD, and I roll.
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
And I just roll all the damage.
Right.